Good morning. Welcome to day 15. Be happy. The pursuit of happiness and how to live life to the fullest. So do you live your life to the fullest every day? It's a really great question to ask yourself. So in today's chat, I hope to inspire you how you can live your life to the fullest and bring that balance into your life that will help you have the freedom to live that amazing life. We were born happy. We didn't know any different. We came in as a bundle of joy and happiness. And along the way, people's values and their ideas of how to live became part of ours. You see, when we're born, our brain, our mind is open. So think of your head like this. And everyone around you, your tribe, your family, your aunts and uncles and your cousins, etc., all their values, all their beliefs get poured into your head. And they become your values and they become your beliefs. And somewhere along the way, this starts to affect us. Perhaps we were told not to do something because, well, for a perfect example, don't have any more cake or you're going to get fat. And we hear that. And as time goes on, that becomes part of our value. That becomes part of our belief system, is that every time I'm going to eat cake, I'm going to get fat. So that dims the light a little bit. That dims the happiness. And so it goes. And that's when that layer comes onto your heart. And the more things that we learn, we lose our voice, we lose our train of thought, and we take on everybody else's core values. So the values that you might be living at are not your values. They might be your parents. They might be your friends, your colleagues. It's really interesting when we can sit back and say, is this truly me? Does this bring me happiness? Why do I have these continuous thoughts? Because the one thought that I've had all my life is I'm not good enough. And it's finally stirring and coming out of me and realizing I am good enough. When was I told in my life that I'm not good enough? Someone said that to me. Maybe in not those words, but someone made me feel that way. So where did that happen? That burden that I've been carrying all these years that has stopped me from living the life I desire and being the happy person that I truly am. We are made up of love. That is it. We only have one emotion, and that is love. And somewhere along the way, that was dampened down. And so what we need to do is we need to get that feeling of love and pure happiness back in our heart. Good morning, Cheryl. Thank you for joining me. Happiness comes from within. We think if we buy a new couch or we surround ourselves with all these wonderful things, that's going to make you happy. And for a short time, it will make you happy. But deep, deep down inside you, that's where your happiness button is. And that's what we need to look for. We need to go deep within to find out our happiness. Okay, so happiness is a state of well-being that encompasses living a good life. So we get to that place of joy. But to get to that place of joy, we need to experience all the other things at the end of the spectrum. So awareness is the beginning of change. You need to become aware that I'm not living a happy life. What do I need to do to create that? So that awareness needs to be found, and it is the key to freedom, because then you get choices. You get to make choices. And that's the big thing. So to get to that, we need to experience all those other things. So as I talked about the yin and the yang, we have joy, we have sadness, we have frustration, we have peace. There's black, there's white. So there's always another emotion at the end of a stick, if you can think of it as a stick. Here's my happiness at the end, and here's my sadness at the other end. Which side am I going to choose? Because we always have choice. We always get to choose what we want to do. So I do believe that many of us live safer, we're wealthier and healthier than our parents were, or perhaps our grandparents were. But it seems to be that everybody is more miserable. And that's not the way to live. You know, at the end of every yoga practice, I say, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the whole world attain peace and happiness. Because that's what we are. That's what we do. That's what we're meant to be. So, how do we do this? How do we find the happiness? Well, first we look within. And then we want to look at, what do we love to do? What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? So I'd like to share with you some things that make me happy. And perhaps they can help you too. Well, the first thing is, I love what I do. I feel as though I'm going on a new career. At 65 years old, I'm not ready to shut down yet because I have so much to give. I have so much to offer the world. And I'm just starting there. So my work is my passion. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. And I love walking the talk as well. That is one thing I love to do. I love to lift weights. I love to stay strong. I love to stay healthy because I believe, and I've seen it firsthand, if you do not have your health, you have nothing. Nothing at all. So you need to exercise. This is why it's part of the 21 days of bringing balance into your life. You need to exercise. You need to eat healthy. You need to fuel your body. You need to drink water. Because if you don't drink water, your body will dehydrate and it will die. You need to stretch. You need to create length in that body. But you need to be healthy. Healthy is number one. So I love to work out. I teach every morning. It's a great way to start the day. I'm excited to go to work because I love sharing my passion with everybody. So what do you do every day? If you're still at work, if you're still working, do you love what you do? Do you get out of bed in the morning and think, oh, I get to change someone's life today. I get to help somebody else. Or do you think, oh my God, I got to get up. I got to go to work. That's what I used to think. But once I started to live and share my passion, it changed. It changed. So what can you do to bring joy and fulfillment into your day today? Start with gratitude. Another thing is to simplify your life. Sometimes we can have too many things on our schedule. Too much of anything can decrease your happiness. Is there anything that you can eliminate from your life to ease the burden? To ease the burden. And to realize what's important to you too. Surrounding yourself with people that bring you up, that add to your joy and to your happiness. You don't want to surround yourself with people that bring you down. We talked about that earlier too. As Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. So look around. The people that you hang out with, do they bring you happiness? Do they fill your happiness tank? Do you feel joy and peace and love when you're around them? Or do you leave feeling a little less? That's not what we are. That's not who we are. We are here to experience life, my friends. We are here to fill up our joy every day. Every day. Do you do that? Do you feel that? We have the choice to either live our lives to the fullest or not, because everything is a choice. So how are you living your life? Are you really happy? Are you at peace? Can you feel that happiness in your heart? Does it bring a smile to your face? Are you doing things every day that brings you joy? Because you know, it's okay to say no. You don't have to do everything. It's okay to say no. I'll end this with a quote from Buddha. The way to happiness is keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry. Live simply, give much, fill your life with love. Do as you would be done by. Pure words. So what are you choosing today? Are you choosing happiness or not? Because those are the only two choices that we have. So I wish you a wonderful day. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the whole world attain peace and happiness. Om Shanti Om. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.